So if you're like me and you've been kind of dabbling and hinting with your YouTube community, your Twitch community that, hey, gaming's coming to this channel, to this whole thing, and you're like, but I don't know what kind of headphones I need. Well, these were the same kind of feelings and thoughts that I had a few weeks ago. So let's rewind the clocks back 2 weeks ago when I was at a local Walmart here in Utah, and I was wanting some headphones. Not some cheapo headphones that you could easily plug in, but I was wanting some decent quality headphones that I could listen to while I was doing a live stream, while I was having fun. And so I went to the electronics department, and it took me a little bit, to be honest with you, to find them. And then when I found the section of where all the headphones were, I remember I found this one. It was some Sony headphones. I'm like, well, maybe these will work. Sony's a good brand, and I've been a fan of Sony for my entire life. And the electronics associate was helping this other guy who had a similar question, because he was going to be doing, Zoom calls and everything. And so after he was done, I went up to that with that customer. I went up to that associate. I was like, hey, are these good for live streaming? And he said, he first asked, he's like, what kind of live streaming are you doing? I'm like, I'm going to be streaming a game. He's like, are you doing this on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch? And I was like, YouTube, more than likely. And he said, these ones are good. He said, these ones are okay, but that's not really what you're looking for. The ones you're looking for are going to be over here. And he said, follow me. And so he took me over to the gaming section of the headsets, and he pulled out this. This is the Logitech G432 headphones. Now, these are very reasonably priced, and they're very good quality. If you were to talk to me about anything, it would be that I love Logitech technology. I've stood by them for the longest time. I've had my fair share of computer mice from them. I had a Bluetooth headset from them. I've had so many different things from Logitech that I stand by. And to be honest with you, I stand by them for a reason, because it's quality stuff. It's quality tech, I should say. And it holds up. As a gamer myself, there was another brand. I won't say the name because I don't want to toss shade on them, but there was another brand that I had bought a headset for myself and for my brother. We bought these in the heart of COVID so that we could, game with each other. He'd be downstairs, I'd be upstairs, and we'd be able to communicate with each other, what was going on with, when we were playing Red Dead Online. And the headphones were fine. They were great. I got the white ones, he got the black ones, because that's just kind of how it was. But about 3 months down the road, those headphones started not working. And I was trying to figure out what was going on, because I just barely bought these maybe 3 to 5 months prior, and I was like, shouldn't be wearing out this fast. But I did think ahead of time, and when my brother went and bought the headphones for each of us, he's like, hey, do you want to get the warranty protection on these? They're asking for that. And so I said, yeah, let's get the warranty protection. And so I went to the local games. So obviously, being at the local GameStop, I brought them in and was like, yeah, I bought these 3 to 5 months ago. They stopped working. I can't seem to, I can't communicate with my brother via, when we're playing online via Xbox. And so obviously that GameStop was not happy. And at first they weren't budging. They were like, yeah, we can't really help you. I'm sorry. But then I brought up the fact that I had paid the extra warranty. But my point being this, you get what you pay for. I've said this in multiple videos in the past. You get what you pay for, and to be honest with you, this guy right here is amazing. It's comfortable, and we're about to talk about that here in a sec, but I'm just going to set him right there. And these are the headphones. Now, there's a lot that I love about this. I love the cushy feel right there. These are so cushy when they're on my ears. I love that it's so easily adjustable. And I'm a big fan of the color blue, and I love the fact that, they're blue inside. There's a lot that I really thoroughly enjoy about this, and the audio alone was enough to just sell me on these completely, because as I mentioned before, I had some other headphones that weren't as nice. They were a pretty well-known name brand. Again, I'm not going to share the name because I don't want to talk shade on that company. I don't do that in this community. But they weren't, the audio wasn't as good. Well, no, I take that back. It was good for about a month and a half. And then you could just kind of tell if the audio quality was going down. And with these, I've had these for only 2 weeks, and they still, they're comfortable. I love the fact that you can even pull this down if you wanted to communicate with your squad online. But I have this guy that I'm going to be using for my live streaming. But there's so much about these, and I'm just, like I said, I'm a nerd when it comes to Logitech technology. I love their products. But let's talk about this. What's all about this? So it says it's a 7.1 surround gaming headset, comfortable leatherette ear pods. These things, and they are very comfy. You can even see that those would be super comfy. I love these so much. I've been very impressed with them, and it almost feels like I'm not I know I'm wearing something, but it's just so comfortable. And then going on, it has the 50mm audio drivers. It has a volume control knob, which is very nice because as a content creator, as a gamer, I want to be able to control the audio. I've always been one to try to make sure my audio is at a high enough level that I can hear it, but not a high enough that it ruins my hearing. Because I can tell you right now, when I was in high school, I blasted my music. I blasted it loud, and it got to the point where at the times when my family was like, you should really turn that down because we can hear it outside of your ear pod. And so, but there's so much I love about this, and it works great for PC, PlayStation, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. But let's open it up. Obviously, I've already been using them. I just wanted to take them for a test drive for the past couple weeks. But there's something I love about this, and is that when you pull this out, you can tell the quality is just indescribable. It has a separate box for it. You pull this up, and this is really great because this gives you the chance to help with your live streaming if you're like live streaming some music or whatnot. But this is what I'm most excited for because this, I haven't even opened this one yet, so consider yourselves lucky. This is what I'm going to be using when it comes to gaming with a PC. You will easily, and I love the fact that with Logitech, they make their stuff so user-friendly and easy to use. You literally, I'll show you right here. You literally just plug that in right there, and you plug it into the USB port, and boom, you're good to go. And I think that is so smart and so ingenuity. That is such good ingenuity. And I love the fact that you can, right now this is set for using on my PlayStation 5. I was actually using it last night while I was playing some Helldivers with Killdeer. We were having some fun. We stayed up pretty late, but that's another story for another time. But knowing that I could easily just connect this in and then stick it into the USB drive was amazing. But going back to when I was talking to that sales associate in the electronics store, he brought up something. He's like, I'm a part-time Twitch streamer. He's like, and when I've streamed, he's like, these headphones are my go-to because, and he asked me, he's like, obviously, since you're gonna be streaming, you're gonna want to, upgrade your microphone in a little bit. And I'm like, well, I already have a mic. And he's like, oh, then you should be golden for a while with these. But honestly, there's so much about this. I love the comfort of them, and just the fact that like this, they even talk about on this box. The surround sound is amazing. The surround gaming headset, the surround sound for this gaming headset is just phenomenal. Knowing that I could have one, because this is kind of normally how a lot of my live streams are going to be, and even when I'm gaming online with people, I usually have one like this and one that's covering my ear, so I can still talk to people if someone's in the room, or I can still hear around, or if someone is needing to talk to me. But then knowing that I can easily just, I don't know, this looks kind of goofy because it has the blue, but honestly, what's not to like about this? It's so comfortable and it's very lightweight. You know, I'm someone that I'm very sensitive when it comes to having things on my head. You know, whether it be headphones, glasses, hats, you know, all these kind of things. And knowing that I could easily put a hat on with these headphones and still feel comfortable makes them that much more. What's the word I'm looking for? Much more attainable and user-friendly for me. You know, I have a pair of headphones that I got from one of my last jobs, and they're computer headphones. They're great. They were new, but they were very cheaply made, and they're the ones that have the little cloth covering over the plastic. And I'm not dogging on them. They were, you know, they're acoustics. They were decent. I've used them. But compared to these, this is like the Mercedes-Benz, or no, this is like the Bugatti, and those other headphones that I just talked about, they're like the Chevy Supersonic or the Geo Metro. You know, they're okay for its time and for its use, but you're gonna want to upgrade them. Like, I'm gonna be honest. And so to me, this is like the Bugatti or the Mercedes-Benz or even the Lambo. You know, these things are so amazing. They're so comfy. They're so amazing. And let's see if I can get you guys to hear this. Can you hear that? Can you hear how soft? You know, I'm just barely pushing on it, and you can just feel that. You can just hear the cushiness of it. And I love the fact that, like, if you don't want to use this mic, you can just flip it up and, like, let's say you're like gaming with your buddies. You're just like, I don't really want to talk to them right now, so I'm just gonna flip this up. And it won't pick up the volume of your voice when they're talking. Now, obviously, you don't want to be a jerk to your friends. So if this is your only gaming headset, and you're playing like Halo, or you're playing Thrones and the Liberty, or you're playing Helldivers, probably want to keep that down. And you know, it's not too much out of the way. You know, in the way, it's really decent. But there's so much about this, and honestly, I could not say enough about these headphones. You know, obviously they're very user-friendly. I love how easy they were to open up. But I want to just emphasize a few things from this. And this is something that's really cool. You can use them with your smartphone, which is great. You know, we all have smartphones in our pockets. Now, obviously, I don't want to be walking down the road or the sidewalk just listening to these, and some people may think you look kind of weird. Others probably not. Like if you're a music enthusiast, probably not. But I love the fact that they are so user-friendly across multiple platforms. And there's one thing else I wanted to talk about, and that was going back to the audio control knob. You know, this guy, and you're probably wondering, okay, well, where's this audio control knob? The audio control knob is right here. These guys, this is so important, especially when you're doing a live stream, or if you're doing just a gaming session with your buddies, because you don't want, especially like if you guys are playing like Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies, if your buddy's like screaming because he's about to die, you don't want to blast it full volume because it'll just ruin your hearing. And I love the fact that, you know, they make it so user friendly, but they also help it to blend in so it doesn't just stick out like a sore thumb. But really, guys, I love these. I love the fact that they look classic, they look sleek, they look very nice. I love the insignia on them, the LG insignia. It's so cool. I thought the design of them alone was impressive. But then I started to use them, as I mentioned, and I was blown away at the audio quality. At the sound quality alone was just... I actually used them for the first time a couple weeks ago when I was playing Thrones and Liberty with some content creator friends, and I could hear everyone clear as day, and it was amazing. But honestly, guys, if you are looking for the best way to get, or the best headphones to get for like live streaming or just for gaming, I would definitely recommend this one. This is, again, the Logitech G432 headset. You can find them at Walmart. It's like $50 plus tax. great deal. I'll even put a link to it in the description below, and I'll even find them on Amazon and put that link in the description below. But on that note, guys, I will see you in the next video.